Happy Christmas! Welcome to the James and Alex Christmas special. Today we're going to be looking at Christmas songs, but in a particular capacity, being two lovable British boys, we thought we'd look at a peculiarly British trait of the UK Christmas canon, I guess you could call it.
Shit like this.
So is this one of your favourites?
Yeah.
It's a family favourite,
Top
isn't
three,
it?
this.
Yeah, really good one.
What's the worst Christmas present you ever got?
When I was a kid, I had a real thing against embroidered clothes or clothes with designs on.
You had a real thing
I had a real thing about it. And my uncle Alan used to get me he lived in London, so he gets quite trendy clothes.
Oh, well, if he's living in that there London.
And I remember, and I still feel guilty about it, he got me this lovely jumper with a lion on it. And the like a stitched on lion. And I was like, not wearing that.
My grandparents bought me and my very sporty cousin the same DVD, which was like top 50 goals ever. And they knew that I didn't give a shit about football. And I didn't really know what to say. I was just like, how have you misjudged my character
God.
so wildly?
You were her favourite grandchild, I presume.
Actually, I would say I was. There was one time my dad had come home from some sort of trip, and he'd bought me an Admiral Akbar off Star Wars action figure, and I was such a little shit. I was like, oh, I didn't want this one. And my dad, I could tell he had his feelings hurt, and I cried all night and tried to give him all of my Star Wars stuff because I was so upset that I'd been such a little shit.
I'd be given action men by family members, and I had to pretend to like them, even though I hated action figures. And really, I probably just wanted a Barbie. And it's no surprise they all thought I was gay, but joke's on them.
I still do. This is always voted the best Christmas song ever.
Where do you begin?
I like it, so I think it's great.
Fucking dirge.
Yeah, but that's its charm. It's supposed to be rustic and rough around the edges.
Just drunk. This always reminds me of talent shows throughout my entire education. Primary school, secondary school, even into university. There'd always be a talent show or an open mic, and someone and their sappy partner would get up and they'd do it as a couple. They'd do the fairy tale and it would be awful, and they'd do the accent, and they'd relish in being able to say the word faggot.
Oh, why? The one time of year people can get away with saying faggot. Why not just go the whole way?
But it's rustic, Alex.
Oh. The whole song, she's just like, you're a bunch of puffs and queers. And then there was a drastic rise in hate crime.
I thought you were going to say HIV.
Oh,
cut that.
Seriously? Whoa.
No.
Whoa, you cannot say that.
One.
Oh, fuck, I forgot we had these. We have to...
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
God, I'm so weak, that almost had me over. Here it is. Hey.
There it is, yeah.
There should be a jigsaw puzzle and a joke.
Oh, there is a jigsaw puzzle. God, that's cheap.
Fuck me.
That is so cheap.
Well, you bought them.
I bought them because they were cheap. Why was Santa's little helper depressed?
Because Kirsty MacColl had just called him a faggot.
I thought you could say because Kirsty MacColl went out jet skiing.
Oh, James!
Because he had low elf esteem.
Oh, I like these depression-themed Christmas jokes. I hope mine's about suicide. Careful, because these are cheap, so they might rip.
With our big heads.
That bit goes at the back. Oh, wow. Why is Santa like a bear on Christmas Eve?
He's a big hairy gay lad.
No, because he mutilates people having a picnic. E17 did quite a good one, I thought. I'm quite into this song.
It's
a bit wet.
I don't like the song, but there's something about Christmas songs that as I've gotten older I've started to really enjoy. I think there's something about the nostalgia. And I don't know why, there must have been something about the 70s and 80s and into the early 90s.
Well, they were all nonces. Maybe that's what did it. Festive nonces.
Anyway, my point was about collective nostalgia. That's why these songs in particular have...
Nostalgia.
If an American, one American viewer came to you and said, how would you describe the British Christmas canon of songs? Yeah.
This one. But I can't decide if I prefer this or Wizard, because to me they're basically the same.
This was number 1 and Wizard was number 2 that year.
The same year?
Same year.
Shit.
And it's a fucking good song. really good.
No shit.
The bass is really inventive. The guitar is filthy. And the drums, no one plays drums like that anymore.
The Queen's Guards probably do.
Well, probably. I think this is the second carton of orange juice I've had today.
It feels like for the rest of time, this song will be wheeled out every single
This song
Christmas
is
without
Christmas.
fail. You know, in the year 3000, they will be playing this. You know, when we're living
Yeah.
underwater and your great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter, who is pretty fine, she'll be listening to this.
That's what I was trying to say about the collective nostalgia thing. There's something about the 70s and 80s that was maybe slightly rose-tinted in people's memories.
They were all monsters.
Oh, here it is.
Oh yeah, I love this bit. You can just imagine him laughing like a fucking pig after that take. Oh no!
There it is.
No! On the beige sofa.
I need to wash it.
It looks like someone's pissed all over it. Can't believe you've ruined Christmas. Oh, I think this is possibly the worst song ever. Literally ever.
This is what killed the tradition of Christmas songs.
And
this
Jesus.
is
It's killed
when
Jesus.
It's killed Jesus. It was so bad it killed him 2,000 years prior, in fact. This was so bad that I think people just thought, you know what, I think we're done with Christmas songs. We'll stick with the ones we've got because we're lumped with them now, we can't get rid of them, but we're not going to make any more, that's it. Cliff has officially killed Christmas. Going in, double Cliff, back-to-back Cliff. You never want to be back-to-back with Cliff.
Or maybe that's the safest place to be with Cliff.
That's nice.
Child.
Where's he from?
Brexit Island? I don't know.
Ooh.
I'm struggling with this, to be honest. It is giving me a slight feeling in my stomach.
Here's a very colonial song. Very save the brown people, because they can't save themselves. A world of dread and fear.
I do think people are a bit harsh on it though.
But it's just...
It
it's
meant
just so
well.
It did mean well, but it's just like... It hasn't helped the perception of Africa in this country.
It's made it,
Or
definitely
the-
made it worse.
The Christmas bells that ring there are the clanging chimes of doom.
It's
like,
very
fucking hell.
heavy-handed.
He's talking
This
about
one.
the clanging... Oh god, yeah.
But do you know what?
Wow.
Everyone had a problem with that, but I don't. I think I know what he means.
I think that's probably the most honest line in the song.
Yeah. God, from Bono of all people.
Where
Nothing has ever grown there.
grows. No rain, no
No Nile, no Congo, not there. No sir.
Also, what I really like about it is when he says clanging chimes of doom, then there's a little synthesizer going ding, 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 ding.
Doomfully.
The Yamaha Doom X7 synthesizer. Synth jokes. Let's move on. Great song, that.
Top bombing.
Do you know that the key to playing bass well is play it higher up? So the higher up your bass is, people will think you're better at it.
Why?
They just do. You have it down there, people think you're crap. Have it up here.
Why?
It just looks better.
And what's his sauce?
Kazoo? Kazoo in there? It's good.
I love kazoos. I always wanted to get a kazoo in my Christmas cracker and never got one. Because I think you'd have to buy quite expensive Christmas
Not
crackers.
Poundland ones where you get some shitty jigsaw. I thought you'd at least get, like a plastic moustache or something. I thought it'd be one of those.
I hate those plastic moustaches. I always end up getting one of those. And it's not funny because you have to prise it open, stick it up your nose, and it pinches your septum.
Horribly painful, yeah.
It's very painful. And who's it funny for? No one. My favourite thing out of the cracker are those fish.
Oh yeah.
The fortune fish.
Yeah.
I really like
What's
those.
it tell you if you're gay?
Yeah.
That way for gay. That way for switch.
This is from 2013, so the most recent one. This is Leona Lewis with One More Sleep. I think it's much better than a lot of ones that were released prior to it.
I think we have to make an executive decision because we have put ourselves forward in this episode to be the keepers of the established British Christmas canon.
Which isn't a thing.
Well, it is now, and we are the gatekeepers. What do you think? Do you think we should let this one in? I think I'd give it a try. I'll give it a try. Let's put it in. listen to this next year and see how we feel.
Oh, pop that back on him.
What do we think of Christmas songs, of the established British Christmas canon, which I think is a jewel in the turd pile that is our national culture? It's the one thing we have to be proud of.
What do we have? Fish and chips and Slade. That's it. Some of them really good. Most
good.
of them really good. You get the odd one though. Get this for a hot take. That is shit. The odd one.
Some good.
Some bad.
There we are.
Isn't that just the way life is? Even at Christmas, can you believe it?
We're going to keep on trucking next year, see if we can find something that breaks the mould. But until then, have a Merry Christmas.
And Happy New Year.
Merry Cliffmas.